Yo, what's going on, guys? We're back with our weekly upload. So last week's video did pretty good. A lot of good feedback on last week's video. A lot of good things said. A lot of people coming to me in the chat and the comments. So thank you guys for that. For real, seriously. Thank you guys for all the positive feedback. And I wanted to kind of continue that series a little bit and do a casual perspective to the new rank system because, I mean, let's be honest, this is the biggest ranked change, overhaul, whatever we've had in Apex since like the beginning of Apex. So there's a lot of changes to this rank system, and with the update coming and the minor tweaks that they did, I thought it'd be cool to do another video on the rank system, but this time I got a couple friends who have not been past Diamond, a little more of a casual perspective, and I think it was still a really, really good conversation. A lot of good things were said. It was a good time, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you do enjoy, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified when I go live I'm sorry, not every day. So actually, we're on a schedule now that I'm so used to saying every day. So Sunday through Friday, I'm gonna be going live starting at 4 p.m. We're gonna be going live Sunday through Friday. So sorry, quick channel update. I'm gonna go ahead and plug quick channel update right there. Sunday through Friday, we're gonna be starting stream at 4 p.m. Stream for 6 to 8 hours, and then Saturday we'll have our videos, and I won't be streaming on this channel. This is going to be my main channel. I actually started a second channel that'll be linked down below. But yeah, just quick little channel update for you guys. Sorry about that. Anyways, enjoy the video. I'll let you guys get to it. Peace. How many hours a week would you say you guys play? Like realistically, like what's your cap? Like what's your max that you think you would play a week, and what's like the minimum that like you would be playing in a week?
I would say probably for me, the very most would probably be about 15 hours in a week, and probably the least would probably be like 5. So 5 to 15 in that range.
What about you, Winky?
Alright, since I'm on PC, it will tell me, because
oh, you're so
exactly
fancy. You're so cool.
Master race over here.
PC Master Race.
42.
What? I thought you were casual.
I don't have a life, bro. What do you want from me?
Oh, 42 hours.
And I hate
Okay.
television. I really do. Like, this is how I entertain myself.
Well, I mean, this is a little off topic, but I mean, I kind of don't mind. But like, what defines a casual too? Is I feel like people get insulted. We went over this yesterday. I feel like people get offended when they're like, I'm not a fucking casual, bro."
Okay,
and it's like, being a casual isn't an insult. It's just means you don't play the game like that, or like you don't take it. I don't know.
Well, I think we joke around a lot about people being casual or whatnot, but I mean, I think it can be a lot of different things. Like you said, it's like people that are not necessarily, would say that they're good at the game or like at the top, top tier skill level. But also people that just like play for fun, and I know we kind of joke about that a lot, but literally, like, I think if you look at it as like a hobby and you're just playing for fun, then that puts you in like a casual
yeah.
kind of like bracket, no matter like how many hours you actually spend. Like, I mean, yeah, because there's hours where I spend 15, I don't know, maybe more hours a week playing Apex if I have enough time. So it's like, yeah, I'm playing a lot, but I wouldn't consider myself like good at the game or an elite player. I would still look at it as a hobby that I'm just filling up time with. Yeah, so even if like a pred is only saying, only playing like 5 to 10 hours a week because they're like busy with school or whatever,
They're gonna put that 5-10 hours into ranked.
Yeah, and they're still
okay.
not casual, because at that point, like, okay, well, you're still like competing at the highest level of console or whatever platform you're in. So I wouldn't consider that a casual.
So what do you do with your hours? Do you think like ranked is gonna be worth it for the people that aren't as good? Like, how do you guys feel about ranked with where it is?
Okay, my mentality on the new rank system is that this is gonna force people out of their comfort zone. Unfortunately for people like me, I solo queue. I don't have a team, so it's hell for me. But because of that, it forces me to get out of my comfort zone, which is make callouts to become the IGL, because somebody has to take that position in order for the team to be together fairly well.
You keep fading in and out. Just a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
Like when you have teammates who also aren't talking, your team's going to die off almost immediately because you know most of the teams that are in that match are probably communicating. And for
Right.
someone like me who doesn't like to, who, I mean, I stay in my box, I don't really say much, but I'll follow, my IGL anywhere. Like if I have a good IGL, I'm good to go. But because of the new ranked system, it kind of forces me to get out of that.
And you're on
Forces me to do
PC
something
too.
different. Yeah, and I'm on PC. But it forces me to do something different and improve my gameplay, which for me is good. I mean, even though it's not the best system for points, it's still good to try it because it will force you to play a different way.
Hmm. So
And
do
if you're
you,
looking to improve, then, hop into ranked.
so for you, well, first off, I guess I should say then with everything else we talked about, do you guys consider yourselves casuals?
Oh,
I
I
do.
would, yeah, 100%.
100%.
Okay.
If there was something below casual, I'd probably consider that. Like, casual might be a little too strong for me. I don't know.
That might be too high up on the
Too sweaty for joining, bro.
Too sweaty for
I don't know if my skills. I'm working towards becoming a casual, but I don't know.
I'm working there.
But I mean, I've definitely played ranked a lot less with the new
System.
with the new system, and
Me
it's
too.
kind of funny because like. So I don't really like. I'm not one of those players that really cares about like what rank I have, or I grind to get the best rank that I can, every
Right.
split or whatever. But the funny thing is, like, the reason why I've avoided it more now, I think honestly, is just because like silver and gold are like actually challenging, or at least frustrating with the way that the point system works out. I feel like I can, even have a good game and get a couple kills and assist and like
Feel
still go
satisfied
negative.
from a silver rank game.
What is that frag?
Yeah, well, so it's not as satisfying though, because it's like, well, I'd rather if I'm gonna struggle, like I'd rather struggle in plat. Like, and I know like a lot of players, like plat's a breeze,
Oh,
but
I see what you're saying.
for
No,
me, it's
this is
like,
good. This is what we're supposed to be talking about. And I think I
Yeah,
get what
and
you're
I'm with
saying.
Jordan on this. Like, it
Yours,
should not be this hard.
it's deterring you because it feels harder in a lower rank that you're not used to being into. So now you feel like bad about being there. Is that
yeah,
what?
like I'm literally getting like charge rifled, and like people are sweating so hard in gold, and it's like, bro, I'm not like it should not be this hard to like do
Just-
well in gold, or at least like break even and get like even if I don't gain a
Yeah.
bunch of RP, but at least if I can like break even and get a couple points, it's like okay, well whatever, it was a ranked game.
But this is where what do you say to like what the sweats are gonna say though? Because you know they're gonna say go play pubs. Like
Yeah.
like, I mean, do you have a retort for that? Like, do you feel like the rank system needs to cater to casuals a little more, or maybe the lower end? Like, how do they balance that? Because I mean, I don't know. There's like part of the reason I invited you guys too, and like for those watching the video, like not to be rude, but these guys have never been past diamond, right? But I know players. No, I'm not saying that to be a dick because I know people like Diablo. Listen, like bro, there's people that have been masters, right? That I've known that have been masters that are right where y'all are. Like this
Yeah,
new
for
rank
sure.
system. I don't know. There's people that I don't know if I'd say they were a casual, like probably, but they've been masters the last 2 splits, 3 splits, and now they're in fucking gold, like gold 4, silver 1. You know what I mean? So. I don't
They're
know.
hard stuck there. Like, they haven't
Yeah, they're not
progressed.
moving. Yeah, exactly. They're not
Well,
moving.
that's what makes it so tough. Like under the old system, especially this late in the split, like I could easily get into gold, and like gold lobbies would be way easier than my pubs. And I guess that's kind of the other thing too. Is like, I mean,
That
Way more
is,
funner.
that's
They
the
used to be
problem.
funner, in my opinion.
like in my pubs, I'm regularly seeing like masters. Not so many preds, but definitely a lot of masters. I mean, especially now with as many people got in, last season. But a lot
Right.
of masters and diamond players that I'm always fighting against in pubs anyway. So for me, like I used to be able to go to ranked, and at least because I didn't play a whole lot of ranked, I'd be in gold, and it would actually be easier than pubs. So
Exactly.
it was like more enjoyable, and then plus like to actually have a good team because I'm mostly solo queue. So I would go to rank just to be able to have a team that doesn't leave as soon as they get knocked or something like that. So. And now it's just like that's not even really an option. I feel like the only way that you can play ranked now is if you have a team. You're actually like trying to go for the highest rank that you can get. Which to be fair, maybe that should be how it is. I don't know, but it's just different for sure.
Honestly, I'm really glad you said that, and I think you just made one of the best points so far out of all this, like straight up. What you just said with the pubs and ranked, I think that's the problem, and that's what's not fair to the casual player base, right? With where rankers being like, "Oh, well, go play your pubs then. That's what pubs is for." But that's where the problem is. When pubs is now harder than a silver or gold ranked,
It
that's
makes the
that
game pretty
that's
much
a problem.
unenjoyable.
That's a very big problem. Um, I think that's what needs to change, and there is coming with the. I believe they're adding more points for KP, and they're decreasing the tier entry
Loss,
by
yeah.
10 points. I don't know that that's gonna make that big of a difference, but I have been seeing a lot of people talking about it, and it's part of the other reason I wanted to do this video. I do feel what Jordan's saying with that. I do think I personally, as somebody who plays the game a lot and who's decent, you know, I've been masters a bunch. I like the news race system. I think it's challenging, but at the same time, even as much as I might enjoy it personally, I think it'd be healthier for the game as a whole to honestly change. I think they need to revert it back, or they will start losing a huge portion of their player base. I do agree with that. People aren't gonna have fun in pubs. People aren't gonna have fun in their low ranks anymore, and that's a problem. They either need to fix SBM or they need to fix the rank system, or they're gonna kill their casual player base.
Yeah, and I honestly I think it's more of a skill-based matchmaking issue than anything. Because again, like I don't consider myself a good player, but when I'm consistently in pubs and I'm going against players that have like 4K, 20 bomb badges, masters, like it just doesn't make sense. It's like, bro, like, it's like,
the
bro,
Nate Savage in your lobby, bro.
it's like, bro, I've been playing this game for literally 2 years, and like I don't even have a 3K. My highest damage is like 2979 or 2989. Like 2 years, and I don't even have a 3K. So like, okay, well that's fine, but how does it make sense that in my pubs I'm consistently going against players that have 4K, 20 bombs, masters, like, you know,
Yeah, skill-based
30,
matchmaking does not
40,000
exist.
kills? Like, it doesn't make sense. And I don't know if it's just like a player base issue or they just want the matches to happen faster, so that's why they do it that way.
I
Yeah,
honestly
I
think
think
it's
one of the two.
I think it's because the ranked system is so messed up for people. Like, that so many people don't like it right now that so many more are, instead of grinding their rank, they're playing pubs because
Like
they don't like the
ranked.
ranked system.
Sure.
So we're
yeah.
seeing more of them in our lobbies now, just
I
because they weren't before.
definitely agree with that. And I think that goes back to what I was talking about with like the masters and players that I've known that are in gold and silver now. And there's just so many three stacks of like decent players just so wetting pubs, and it's honestly, it really is kind of ruining the game a little bit. And I think that's why I've been, even as someone who's like maybe not as much as a casual, is getting frustrated, because it's like I can't solo this game anymore and have fun. Like if I can solo duos maybe for like an hour or two and have like fun, you know, a couple good games, but I'm going to run into duo sacks. And if I play trios, no fill, I'm gonna get a level 40, and I'm gonna fight triple masters that are holding hands. Like it's ridiculous, and it's every day. It's not like some games, you know what I mean, or like, oh, you know, this day it's not as bad. No, it's every day right now for like this season. I feel like pubs is just definitely way sweatier than it's ever been, and the fact that people can't go to ranked or, you know, silver is I don't know.
Well, and the issues like with the maps themselves, like World's Edge, the fact that in pubs, like you pretty much have to land at cap, or otherwise you're just like not gonna fight the whole time. And it's like, okay, well, that's fun to have a lot of action, but is that like really the, you know, the game's over by round one? Okay, well, is that the way that the game was like intended to be played out? You know, where you're not having like any in-game fights at all. And then, you know, here again, this is where the ranker is going to say, oh, well, you should be playing ranked for that. Pubs are just for getting kills. Well, you know, again, like people enjoy the game for different reasons. And, you know, I think to be forced to land at basically two POIs, you know, on maps is
To get
stupid.
action.
that kills it a bit too. Yeah.
It does, it does. It makes the fun, like, it takes the fun out of the game when you know you can only go to one spot. You're only seeing one part of this map. It's the
Yep.
only part of the map you're ever gonna see, you're ever gonna fight on. So what's the point? You know what you're getting every time. Like it just really does kill it.
Well, I don't want to take this. I don't want to let this take too long. I do appreciate your guys' time. I guess the final question would be if you could make like input or changes towards the rank system that would encourage you to maybe play it more again. What could you see them doing to it to make it more, I guess, friendly towards the casual player base?
I guess one interesting theory that I heard somebody else talking about was like implement a way for, I guess, to like make it easier to solo queue in ranked. So instead of like the entry cost being the same whether you're solo or with a full squad, maybe like adjust the point system, solo versus the whole squad. Now I know that would like take a lot into account and whatnot, but I don't know, just some way to like make it easier, I guess, to solo queue and still have a satisfying experience in ranked, especially in the lower ranks when you're gonna mix bronze, silver, and gold all together anyways. I think that there should be some way that to accommodate for all those players that are solo queuing. I mean, sure, like once you get to like diamond or masters, like should you be playing with a full squad? Well, probably, but I think in the lower ranks it's really not a good expectation to just say, oh, well, you should just have a full squad if you're going to play ranked.
Or the expectance that everyone's going to be decent because you're supposed to be in the same rank, even though that doesn't happen. Because you, as you just said, you get silvers and bronzes when you're in gold. Yeah, no. So, what do you think, Winky?
Exactly. Honestly, I think they just need to give us back more points for our KP. You can do whatever you want, but like as far as I'm concerned, we're not nobody's fighting.
Can you clarify though, because you are sort of. You said they need to give us back more for KP.
Okay.
You do get the same amount of RP. I'm sorry, let me rephrase. You get around the same amount of total RP if you win, right? It's the multiplier that changed. You have to be in that top 3 or whatever for that KP to mean anything.
Well, and not only that, nobody wants to fight now. Everybody rats out, and I want to fight. I don't want to take on 6 teams at a time, but you know, I mean, I want a little bit of action. I don't want to wait until that final circle to get any action and possibly have all of us smashed into one spot where you get 0 KP anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I want a way just to be able to fight a little bit and still play smart.
Well, I mean, that respectful, I think, is your skill talking. Like, that's just ranked, and that's just learning the game, learning how to play the end game. That's kind of like what mine was talking about in the other video I did, right? Where the bad teams are gonna die in late game. They're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna die. I think that's where like players that need to grow as a good player are gonna need to learn to play that end game well to get those kills. Because for me, that's fun. I like the end game. I don't mind if I can't fight. Like, if I can take a fight, and that's what I mean with where I'm saying you just have to learn how to play the game. If I can choose to take a 3v3 or a fight early game, then I will. But if I can't, I don't force it because it's ranked, right? You're not always going to be able to take a fight, and then you learn how to play that end game, and you come out on top, and that win is way more satisfying than a pub where the game ends in 3rd zone. You know what I mean?
As a solo queue, though, I have 2 other teammates that I have to play with as well.
That's
I mean,
that's my standpoint. Because like earlier today, I was in a ranked game. There was still 8 squads left, final circle, and my 2 teammates decided they were gonna just run on in there when we had a team that had to drop in front of us. So we might as well have just held our position. Nope, they went right in and they got demolished. And here I am.
I think that's 2 different issues, though. Like with what you're saying and what I'm saying. Because I think Jordan's suggestion low-key kind of fixes that, and I kind of agree with it. Because even as someone in Diamond right now, like, I think that would... But you know how much more I would be solo queuing? Like, I don't give a fuck. I stream, full-time. I'm not trying to sit in lobby for 20 minutes or wait to start stream for an hour because I'm looking for a squad, and then I have chat like, where's ranked, I don't have a team right now. I'm looking for a team. I'm trying to find a team, and I'm not gonna solo queue when I get a -60. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't know, like, I'm not smart with coding. I don't know how hard or difficult that would be, but if they could implement that, I honestly think that would be one of the biggest and like game-changing features they could add. I think that would be huge. I think that would be really good for the game if they added like a half entry cost or something. Like if the game recognizes your solo, it's like, okay, your entry cost is 35 or something, you know, or 40, like just something reasonable that's less than fucking a last season pred entry. Like that's insane.
Well, you know, and it's like, for me, I'm the type of person, I don't really know what will fix it. I don't really know what ideas would be good. All I know is that I want it to be fixed. A lot of me believes that the problems are mostly because it's Stormpoint. The map is massive, so the games are taking so much longer just because it's harder to get to the end circle, you know? I mean, everybody's got so much ground to cover before they get there. I think on World's Edge it might be a different story because the map is not as big.
I think I see what Winky's saying too. At some point, like your KP is just like not counting for you if you don't get, you know, good placement at all. I mean, so I had one game where I was in bronze and I literally had like 4 or 5 KP very beginning of the game. My squad killed 2 other squads. Literally nobody else in the whole lobby was fighting, and we placed like 16th or something like that. And even though I had like 5 KP, I still went negative in bronze. Yeah. So immediately, going negative in bronze, and I just had 4 kills and 2 assists, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
Like I should at least break even in bronze. Like I mean.
Yeah.
It's just too punishing. Like if you
I think they wanted to make it challenging. They finally started listening to the Apex community, and they were, you know, like, all right, we'll fix the rank system, and they made it. And I think they went so because this is like the biggest change we've had, and I think they overhauled it too much. Like they were so worried about trying to make it difficult. Yeah, no subtlety. They're like, you know what, you guys want it harder? Yeah, here, like. I think they definitely went too far. I think they could pull it back a little bit and make it a little, just a little less challenging, or maybe not less challenging, but more forgiving. Yes, that's the word I was gonna use. More forgiving. Keep it challenging. I think that would be good.
Because I mean, challenge is good. Isn't that why we're here?
Yeah, this is true. Well, I think we made a lot of good points today. I appreciate you guys. This was fun. So. Anything you guys want to say to the audience of whoever?
Hi, Mom. Sorry. That's it.